Good morning, students. Welcome you all for Next Generation Learning. Today, we are going to see the subject Physics and Class 10, Chapter number 10 Light, Reflection and Refraction. Topics: Representation of images formed by spherical mirrors using ray diagrams. Before going to see the topic, you have to know the four rules. The rule number 1: ray parallel to principal axis will pass through focus after reflection. Look at these two images. The one is a concave mirror and a convex mirror. If you take a concave mirror, you know that the pole is present at the center of mirror and focus and center of curvature are also present in the principal axis. If any ray parallel to principal axis will pass through focus after reflection. The same as happen in convex mirror also. This is the rule number 1. The four rules are I already taught in the last class. Again I recall here. Rule number 2: ray passing through focus will become parallel to principal axis after reflection. Rule number 3: ray passing through the center of curvature will follow the same path back after reflection. Rule number 4: ray incident at a pole is reflected back, making the same angle with the principal axis. This is a good to know before going to construct a ray diagram. To construct a ray diagram, we use two rays of light which are so chosen that it is easy to determine their direction after reflection from the mirror. The first one, image formed by a concave mirror. Before going to draw a ray diagram, you have to draw a concave mirror and mark the point pole, focus, center of curvature and draw a principal axis. Then you have to place the object at infinity position. So here AB is the object. It was placed at infinity. So the position of the object is infinity. Here you have to use any two rules. Here I used rule number 1. The rule number 1, the ray parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passed through the focus. The second one, the ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection it passed through the focus. These two reflector ray are meet at the point focus. So this is the position of the image. So we can write the position of the image is focus. Now compare the size of the object with size of the image. Here the size of the object may be 5 cm, but the image size is very point sized. So we written the size of the image is diminished. Comparing to the object, the size of the image is very small. So we can write diminished. The nature of the image. Here I written real and inverted. For your reference, if you take in a concave mirror, the object always placed in front of the mirror. The image will be formed both in front of the mirror and also behind the mirror. If the object form above the principal axis means that is virtual and erect. The nature of the image is virtual and erect. If the image is formed below the principal axis means that is real and inverted. From this we can identify the nature of the image. Here, the nature of the image is real and inverted. The second one, the same concave mirror, I kept the object beyond center of curvature. Here the AB represent the position of the object. So I written the position of the object is beyond C. Here I used rule number 1 and 3. You know the rule number 1. Any ray parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through the focus. And I used the third rule. You know that the third rule is that any ray passing through the center of curvature will back along the same path. So here both the reflected ray are meet at the point between F and C. So the image is formed at this point. So we can write the position of the images between C and F. Here the image is formed below the principal axis. So the nature of the image is real and inverted. Now compare the size of the object with size of the image. A dash B dash is the image, A B is the object. So comparing to the object, the size of the image is diminished. So I written the size of the image is diminished. The third position, I kept the object at center of curvature. I used rule number 1. So ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection will pass through the focus. Then I used rule number 2. If any ray passing through the focus, after reflection it will parallel to the principal axis. So here both the reflected ray are meet at the point C. So the image is formed at C. Look at this table. The position of the object is at C. The position of the image at C. Now compare the size of the object with size of the image. The both are in same size. So I written same size. Here the object is formed below the principal axis. So it is real and inverted. The next one. Here the object is kept at between C and F. AB is the object. I used rule number 1. A ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection will pass through the focus. Then I used rule number 3. If a ray passing through the center of curvature, after reflection will back along the same path. Here both the reflected ray are meet at beyond center of curvature. So I written position of the object is, here the AB is the position of the object. So the object is placed between C and F. The image is formed beyond C. So I written the position of the image is beyond C. Now compare the object size with image size. Here the image was magnified. The nature of the images, here the image is formed below the principal axis, so it is real and inverted. The next position, the object is placed at focus F. Here I used rule number 1. A ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection will pass through the focus. And I used rule number 3. If a ray passing through the center of curvature will back along the same path after reflection. So I written the position of the object is at F. Here the reflected ray are not meet at any point. So I consider that maybe these two rays are meet at infinity distance. So the position of the image is infinity. The size of the image is magnified. The nature of the image is real and inverted. This is the last diagram for a concave mirror. It's a very important one and a special one for concave mirror. Here I placed the object between pole and focus. The AB is the object. It was placed between pole and focus. I used rule number 1. A ray parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it will pass through the focus. Then I used rule number 3. A ray passing through the center of curvature after reflection will back along the same path. Here both the reflector ray are not meet at any point. I drawn the appears to meet line at the behind the mirror. So the meter lines are the reflector lines are meet at one point in the behind the mirror. So here the image is formed above the principal axis. You know that the image is formed above the principal axis means the nature of the image is virtual and erect. So I written the nature of the image is virtual and erect. The position of the object is at F and P. The position of the image is behind the mirror, not in front of the mirror. The size of the image. Comparing to the object AB, the size of the image A dash B dash was magnified. So I written magnified. Dear students, I hope you understood how to draw the ray diagram. First step, you have to draw a concave mirror. Then draw a principal axis. At center of the mirror, you have to draw pole. Then center of curvature, then focus. Then you have to place the object at infinity position. Then beyond center of curvature, between C and F, F and between F and P. According to the position of the object, the image is formed at different position. So the summary of this image formed by a concave mirror are object position, image position, size of the image and nature of the image. We know that the position of the object because we only kept the object at a different position. So image position we can find out from the ray diagram. How you have to find out? After reflection, the two rays are meet at one point. That point is the position of the image. Then how to know the size of the image? Comparing to the size of the object. The size of the image is small means you can write diminished. The same size means you can write same size. If maybe magnified means you can write magnified. How to memorize this size of the image without ray diagram means, you know that when the object is placed at the center of curvature, the image is formed the same center of curvature. So that time the size of the image is same as the object. Maybe the image is formed between C to P means the image is diminished. Beyond the center of curvature means the image is always magnified. And the nature of the image, you know that the image is formed Below the principal axis means that is real and inverted. Above the principal axis means virtual and erect. In a concave mirror, the only one position between P and F only the image is formed behind the mirror. So the nature of the image for that position is virtual and erect. For other position of the object, the image is always real and inverted. This is a very important you have to memorize. The next one, image formed by convex mirror. You know the difference between concave mirror and a convex mirror. In a concave mirror, you know that the pole, focus and center of curvature are placed in front of the mirror. But if you take a convex mirror, the pole, focus and center of curvature are placed behind the mirror. In a concave mirror, we kept the object at 6 different positions. But if you take a convex mirror, only the 2 positions are possible. The one is at infinity, the another one is between infinity to pole. The first position, the object at infinity. You have to draw a convex mirror and to draw a principal axis, then mark the point pole, focus and center of curvature. The next step, you have to place the object at infinity. Here I used rule number 1. If a ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection, it will pass through the focus. Here the focus are placed behind the mirror. So I drawn the dotted lines. Again I used rule number 1. A ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection, it will pass through the focus. So here the two reflector ray are meet at the point focus. So where the image is formed? The image is formed at focus. So the position of the object is infinity. The position of the image is behind the mirror. The size of the image. Comparing to the size of the object, the image size is very point size. So I written diminished. The nature of the image is virtual and erect. The convex mirror always form virtual and erect. The next position for convex mirror is the object is placed between infinity to pole. So here I used rule number 1. A ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection, will pass through the focus. The reflector ray will pass through the focus. The third rule, a ray parallel to the center of, the ray passing through the center of curvature, after reflection, will back along the same path. So the two reflector ray are meet at the point between F and P. So this is the position of the image. Here I written the position of the image is behind the mirror. Instead of behind the mirror, you have to write it between P and F. Comparing to the size of the object, the size of the image was diminished. That means small. The image is formed behind the mirror, so it was virtual and erect. So the summary for convex mirror, the position of the object at infinity. When the object is placed at infinity, the position of the image is at the focus. The focus was present at behind the mirror. The size of the image is highly diminished. That means point sized. The nature of the image is virtual and erect. If maybe the object is placed between infinity and the pole, the image is formed between P and F behind the mirror. The size of the image is diminished. The nature is virtual and erect. So from this summary, we concluded that the convex mirror always forms virtual and erect image. And also, comparing to the size of the object, the size of the image is always diminished. But in a concave mirror, if you take a concave mirror forms same size image and a larger size image and also smaller size image. But in a convex mirror always form only smaller size image. The next one, what are the uses of concave mirror? In a saving makeup mirror, you know that when you are saving your hair, you are using the concave mirror. Why? Because your face will zoom in the mirror. The concave mirror only have the capacity to zoom the object. So we are using the concave mirror as saving and makeup mirrors. Then dental mirrors. Look at this image. Look at this diagram. Here the dentist used the concave mirror to view the teeth because it enlarged the size of the teeth. The next one, cork headlight mirrors are made by concave mirrors. So these are the uses of concave mirrors. The first one is saving. It is used as a saving and makeup mirrors. The next one, it was used as a dental mirrors and cork headlight mirrors. What are the uses of convex mirror? Because convex mirror produces small virtual upright images, they are well suited for security mirrors and rear view mirrors. So the convex mirror, you know that the convex mirror is always forms virtual and erect image. The erect is nothing but upright image. So we used this convex mirror as a security mirrors and rear view mirrors because it cover the large field of view in the single mirror. Dear students, thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Thank you.